the Imersão on YouTube here. I'm putting here. Okay, we are on live now. The subject today is about, okay, Diego said that he will come back in 2 minutes. The subject today is about balancing life and work. Oh, another people. Hello, Diego. Good morning.
Hi there. I come back.
Oh, you
Hi,
are there, Diego. I didn't pay attention. I was on another Diego. Okay.
Yeah, I changed my computer because I was with the computer from my work. So this is my personal computer, and there are two Diego. I know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's much better to use our personal work because sometimes the company or the computer from the company has some blockation, some configurations that create some blockation. So, as I said, the subject today is about balancing life and work. Question number 1. What do you like most about your job? Who wants to answer?
I can start. Oh,
go ahead.
yes. Thank you. Thank you. So in my case, I like the time that I have because I work remotely, so I can wake up uh, by my time to start working. I have many activities, but in the majority of the cases, very interesting activities based on recommendation system that I'm very interested about. And the people is amazing. The people is very friendly. With everybody. So this is good for me. The environment is very amazing.
Thank you. And about you, Humberto?
Yeah, uh, I like because my job is based at the home. I work in my home. I think it's is so good because I don't waste time in traffic. Traffic, I think. Um, I can spend my time with the good things. I can study English in my free time. I can um, spend time with my family because in the past I waste almost 3 4 hours in the traffic. It's very bad for me. I came in my home at my home is so tired, and I think it's so good because today I have more time. My I can study, I can stay with my family, and that's it. It's so good.
That's true, that it's true that in technology field, most of people that work in technologies really love to work in technology for the possibility to work home office. This is one of the main reasons so many people are interested in technology in general, because you don't need to take a traffic, you don't need to be 2 hours at the traffic to arrive your job and to arrive to your home. You can wake up later. You don't need to wake up 5 a.m. to take the bus, to take the trash, the public, yeah. In Rio de Janeiro, the traffic is terrible. I love that. I love that I can do my job at home office because I live in a neighborhood that don't has a good localization, and I think so many people like to work in technology because it pay well, pay well, né, than other areas, and because of the possibility to work home office. Let's go to question 2. How do you handle work-related stress? Who wants to answer? Ah, sorry, Diego, I forgot you. I forgot you
Yeah,
change the account and don't
yeah,
has the questions anymore. Okay, I'm put copy here again. The question number 2. How do you handle work-related stress?
yeah. So I can talk by me something that I used to do in my free times. Is just to do some activities, go to the gym, for example, take my dog for a walk. There are sometimes, for example, last week I went to Maceió. This is a place near from my country, my city. So the possibility to work remotely is amazing because I can work in any place here in Brazil, and that's something that could help in handle the work-related stress.
Thank you. And about you, Humberto?
Yeah, I try to. Yeah, I try to go out of my house because I work from home, and after my work, I like to go to the gym or play football with my friends, or go to uh, somewhere. I don't know how to explain this. Free place. I don't like to go to the shopping or some place that I feel locked to because I spend uh, all day in my room, and I like to go out when my job finish to to eat something or play football. I don't like to I like to watch the sunset in the free place.
Like
And
public parks, you mean?
yeah, exactly. I like to go out for sunset. After this, I come back. I watch movies, but in sunset, I like to go out because I like to feel free for my home. I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the word, but this is a problem of home office. You became so many time inside your home and you start becoming crazy. Oh my God, I need to take care to get you out of here. You know, you study at home, you work at home. If you play video game, you have your entertainment at home in front of a screen. You become, oh my God, I need to do anything outside the screen. I don't know how work for yours, but for me, This always happens.
Yeah, the same
Um,
thing happens with me. I want because this I want to see the sunset in parks. Uh, After this, I'm back for home. I don't know. I feel better when I see the sunset uh, out my home.
totally, totally agree with yours, with yours. I wake up early and I go swim Monday to Friday to handle my stress, my mental health. After that, I go to a public park. It's like Morilaza. It's a public park, but it's like a florestation park where there are educational programs for reforestation, ambiental programs. And I like to meditate in that park because it's so empty. And after that, I go to home to work. This is my routine. I need a routine to handle my stress. What is one skill that helps you in your work in what one skill that helps you in your job?
Mm, for me, I think I'm a organized person. I I like to let me see. I like to schedule my tasks. I like to do my tasks, and I think that I have focus on my job. And I in the time stamp job. I don't know. I spend time in my job or something related with my job. And I don't like so much to spend time in my cell phone because I lost my focus. And that's it. I think I'm a I have focus in my job, and that's it.
Okay,
I'm a organized person.
thank you. Good. And about you, Diego, what's one skill that helps you in your job?
So in my case, I think is the communication is very important to, and the same time organization is, I think organization, communication, maybe another one, but these two skills for me are very important. The communication because we can transmit our message, the speech to our partners, just to improve the project, just to trying to get the main idea of the project is very important. Another one that is important for me is the a person that uh, I'm always looking for new papers, new technologies, new um, maybe projects that people from another country, another companies do, they did, and then I can replicate it or getting some ideas or what I have to do with my projects. So for me, this is yeah, also very interesting and important. What about you, Tali?
For me, communication is only, of course, it's one of the most important because you need to communicate your project, your job for the other people, né? Especially for product managers, for managers in general. Um, I also think they organize it, to be organized, focus, um, and also the patient, to be very patient. I think to be a very patient helped me a lot in my jobs in general. I think the patient is what helped me most. Good. Let's go to question 4. How important is work-life balance to you?
Yeah, work balance is very, very important, especially in projects that are very difficult, or there are some companies that they don't have a culture of balance. That happened with me in the past, but nowadays is something that I'm realizing, because it's actually very important to the balance of life, of the trying to relax maybe, at the same time do the work with all the checklists, for example, something like that. Yeah, for me it's very, very important, this work-life balance. What's about you, Humberto?
So I think it is the most important thing, because I already had burnout. I think you need to know when you need take a breath, take a time for you. Uh, I think you need to organize your day, have time to for your mental health, for your studies, for your job. I think you need to take there time for everything. You need to organize this. It's so important. Mental health, it's the this more important thing. You can spend 4 hours and something with stress, and you will you will not uh, can do anything, or you can take a breath, take a time, and do the same thing in 1 hour, 2 hours. I think that's it. I think it's the most important thing. You have a balance.
I agree that work balance life is the most important because I don't want to live after I become retired, né? I don't want to live after my 60 years. I want to live my life, and do the things I want, and do my job as a good worker now. Because the baby boomers, né, the generation before us, they had another mentality that they would work a lot, né, to live after they become retired. Nowadays, we fa- we want, né, we want to find a job that has a more work-life balance. So you can enjoy your life, you can enjoy your family, you can enjoy everything of your life, and you are not just a worker. So for me, I agree that work-life balance is the most important thing. You don't live if you, for example, need to get 2 hours in the traffic, in the public traffic, to go to a work and then return, because you are at home so stressful because traffic and so tired. You don't have energy to even, for example, have a job. Uh, if the people study and work is even worse, né?
Yeah, I agree. I think you need to have mental health, because in your job we need to to have a relax because you are using your brain every time, and you need to to get relaxed when you start your job.
Yeah. I don't know how it's using data engineer or in AI, but software engineering, programming, solving bugs can be a little stressful.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
know.
don't know how
Yeah.
it's in AI.
Yeah, here is the same. In my case, for example, because I'm working with data science and there's gonna be some discovery. I have to discover the data. Maybe sometimes work as data engineer. Another part is that I'm very interested in programming in Python and with good practice in programming. And that's very interesting. There's sometimes that is stressful too, especially at the beginning, because it's something like we have to discover what we have to do with the partner, with the stakeholder. Yeah, it's very stressful. I used to work. Actually, I work in Mercado Libre, and was a bad experience for me. In the case that was in work-life balance was very difficult to in this case in work-life balance. But yeah, it's something that we have to try to improve.
Where do you work now? No,
Casas Bahia.
Casa Bahia. Yeah, another commerce.
Yeah, another e-commerce. Yeah.
I think you work in a company and you become specialized in a certain field. For example,
Mm.
commerce. I see, for example, so many people from product UX designers that working in banks or fintechs and specialize in this.
Yeah. 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 In my case, I work mostly in e-commerce. So I started in Casas Bahia, then I went to Mercado Libre, and then I returned to Casas Bahia.
Good. Let's go to question 5. Do you think remote work has advantage or disadvantage? Disadvantages? Question 5.
Okay, I think almost everything has advantages or disadvantages. For me, my point of view, I think advantage is are um, I don't spend time, I don't waste time with uh, traffic or and have lunch in another place. And I think it's good. I can spend more time with the things that I need, like um, stay with my family or study something else. And disadvantage I think sometimes I missing my friends because after the job we we went to the bar to drink some beers or play, I don't know, sinuca in English. And it was very good. I could to do this, uh, but today I live in Belém, Pará. It's so far from São Paulo. Uh, but I think that's it. Sometimes I think don't you didn't keep in touch with your friends because you are working your home. But I think there are so many advantages, a little disadvantages.
Yeah, for me, it's the same. There are more advantage than disadvantage. As advantage, there are the situation that we can work in our home, in our space, in any place, maybe. That depends of the company. But in my case, for example, I can work any place here in Brazil. Just to relax, for example, when I'm stressed with the work, I can uh, get a pause and then go to work. And disadvantage, as Humberto said, something that I miss in my case is maybe go out with some friends to drink a beer, or play some video games, or play some, yeah, just to go any place and trying to relax after the work is something that I'm missing. But the remote work is, for me, is amazing work for me. Is I hope that I could work remotely all my life. And yeah, it's only advantage. There's some disadvantage, but I consider there are more advantage.
I agree with both of yours. Um, advantages, you don't need to take traffic, you can work where you want. For example, if you want to work in a countries, yeah, in the countryside, I think a smaller city that has a low income costs of life, for example. Living in São Paulo, for example, is too expensive. You can, with your salary, go to live in a countryside of São Paulo or another city, another state that is less expensive, and you get a better quality of life. So many advantages. I agree that you have so many advantages to work here home office, né? Fully remote. For me, for the disadvantages, né, are exactly about the loneliness. Loneliness, I think this is the word. If a people lives alone, for example, and you work home office, these people can, for example, have depression, can have some mental health issues. It's very important for people home office do exercises, go to the therapy, take care of the mental health of the body, uh, take time outside the screens. So for me, the disadvantages are more about the loneliness for people that don't have a family, a friends, uh, because because at home, you don't leave off your home and you don't see other people. 30 days, for example, that I want to take my notebook and I don't know, work in a co-work, a fee co-work, to just to see people because I'm crazy. I don't want to be at home anymore. So for me, I agree with both of yours that there are many more advantages than disadvantages, and the disadvantage ones are about loneliness in specific. Good. Let's go now to question 6. How to stay productive during a busy day?
So in my case, I could say that is the music. Especially with there are some days that I'm coding or just trying to discover the data that I'm gonna use. So the music is gonna try to relax me and focus, just focusing in the problem maybe. Another one is maybe in the past I used to programming at night. That was a good experience for me, but nowadays I prefer to programming in the morning because in my case I work with a cluster Databricks, and this resource is shared by another person from my work. And then there are some days that is very difficult to use, and that's why I'm when I wake early, I go to my computer and work in my project, and I could use the cluster by my just only by me. That's good for me is to stay productive in the days that it's gonna be busy. What's about you, Humberto?
Yeah, it's good. I think for me, I try to work for some time, uh, an hour, and after this, I take a breath, I drink a water, and I walk a little in my home. After this, I come back to my computer and start again my job. I try to rest my brain all the day, and uh, give some time for my brain breathe. That's it. I try to have focus when the scheduled time that I put in my computer. I put a song. I start my job. After an hour, I stop, take a breath, drink a water, and start again. I think this time to have a breath for your brain is good. For me, it's work.
I think the key to be productive during a busy day is the organization, is to manage the tasks, schedule what is the most important to do now, what is less important. And sometimes you can take a little help with a coffee, drinking a coffee to have more energy to do to be productive and to do what you need to do. Good. Question 7. How do you manage relationships with colleagues? Colleagues.
For me, I think it's so important. I think you need to be good with your friend. I think in a company are is a how can I say this is many people's the company the product don't don't is uh, the company isn't Humberto or another person. The product the company is main thing. Many people. I think you need to have a good relationship with your friends because I think you need help from everyone in the company, and that's it.
For me, with my college is the relationship is for me it's crucial, special in communication because it's very important to understand and be friendly or a partner to my college because we work together. We are trying to improve in a project, for example, or to get revenue from the enterprise, and the communication is essential. And uh, understand another people, the trying to help is very important for me too. Yeah, for me, the good relationships with our college is gonna be good for us in the present and maybe in the future to, for example, get another opportunity in the future because networking is essential in our professional career.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Diego. I think the in these moments when you have a good relationship with your colleagues, I think you make a network for another opportunities and another jobs. I think it's
Yeah,
everything good to have a good relationship with um, everybody. I think I think
yeah,
you have to to have a good relationship with everybody, your
yeah, for sure.
neighborhood too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a person that in particular, I'm friendly. Relationships with many persons is good. Yeah, because as you say, it's gonna maybe help in the future, or they're gonna situation that we can help another person and be connected with another person is important for me in my case. And yeah, and the professional career is the same.
Yeah, yeah. We are a community.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very important to create your good relationships with your colleagues for work because it's good to work with you. You are working team, and it's good to have a good relationship with your team, né? And also because it creates a network, to create alliance. For example, if in the future you got fired and you are looking for another job, your colleague for your the last job knows you how do you works, know how you work, know that you are a good person, know how you work good, and you can, I don't know in English, indicate, do indication to you for your next job. So it's very good to maintain the open door, né? Don't close the door, don't close opportunities in your professional career, in your network. Question 8. I like it, the question 8. Do you think it's essential to have a passion for your work? Who wants to answer?
Yeah, so in my case, yeah, because I have the passion for my work, because I really like what I'm doing. Uh, Before I start working as data scientist, I was thinking about machine learning, data sciences, intelligence, and artificial intelligence. So that's why, for me, it was my passion. Nowadays is my passion too. Uh, by my career, I was adapting with some new technologies, with some new concepts, And that was very good. But the passion for me is the same. I'm very passionate about what I'm doing. So yeah, it's very, for me, it's very important.
About you, Humberto.
Yeah, I think it's very good. We live in a society that you need to buy things and uh, eat. You need to work, but if you work with you like, you love, it's become more easy, much more easy because you like to do this. I think it's very good to work with you love, you uh, like I said before, the things become more easy. I hear in the past one phrase, but I think I don't know how to translate this for English. But if you work with your love, uh, will I don't know, you will not to work one day on your life. I don't know if I can transmit the message, mas em português. Se você trabalhar com o que você ama, você não vai precisar trabalhar nenhum dia da sua vida, né? That's it. I think it's important. If you don't can work with you have love, you need to find a way to work with you like. That's it for me and you, Tali.
I don't think you need to have a passion for your work. I think you need to tolerate your work. I think people is so extreme. Or you love your work or you hate your work. I think there is a middle. Exists a middle between them. You can tolerate, I like the word tolerate, you can tolerate your work. You don't love your work, but you do that because it's offer a home office, it's pay well. I know so many people that are programmer or work with tech because they can have a good salary and you work from home, can prove good for their families, can have a good work-life balance. But they don't love to be a programmer. They don't love to do data science. They prefer to develop their job, their hobbies, for example, doing what they want, music, arts, languages, depends. Before I started, I'm doing a transitional career because before I worked as a product designer, I work UX designer. But it's a complicated field where you need to prove for the company why your work is important, because it's very visual. So the manager can see and ask, oh, I don't like the button that way. I want the button red, not blue, for example. And okay, the manager wants that. So you need to prove why your work is important. This happens with product design. This happens with UX design. This don't happen with programming, for example, because programming you are constructing the software. It's like a constructor. You are constructing the software, for example. You don't need to argue with the manager. No, it's important. Uh, because you need someone to construct. So this is one of
Yeah,
the reasons.
I would like to earn money sleeping. It's would be
Yeah,
very good for me. I love it, sleep.
yeah, exactly. If you could earn money sleeping. This is
It's
what
very
I'm talking about. So I don't think it's essential to have a passion for work. It's essential to tolerate your work. The middle term, you don't hate it, but you don't need to love it. Tolerate it. It's okay.
yeah, but if you have facility with this and you have yeah, I like to work with programming. I think because I'm good on this. Uh, I think it's more easy because I have a facility with this.
Mhm.
Uh, I think it's important to to work with something that you have facility in make this. Uh, if if mm, I don't know in English, a chef, it's hard for me because I don't know how to make a good eggs. That this I don't have facility on kitchen. Uh, this is important to have facility with your job.
It's having facility for a job is good, but I believe most in the discipline to study, to work, to focus, than the facility, my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
I think we have time for one more question. I don't know. No, I think we don't have time for one more question. Okay, six minutes. Uh, let's start finishing our immersion. How was the immersion? How was the subject? If you guys could share.
Yeah, I think it was very good because I can meeting new persons, uh, good new persons. Thanks for this conversation. For me, the subject was good because you can think about this. This is important for us because I think everyone here work from home and the subject was very good for me this conversation too.
For me too, the question was were very interesting. Um, very yeah, very easy or actually easy. No, it was very how I could say interesting to discuss about. As Umberto say, meeting new person is good. So thank you very much, guys. And yeah, uh, meeting some new person is amazing. I'm gonna share my LinkedIn profile.
My LinkedIn profile now is hibernating. I can't, but I will save it to add you later.
Yeah,
Let me, okay? Thank you everyone for your presence. It was glad I needed to activate mine because LinkedIn is so complicated. But thank you very much. Let me finish here. I will finish the live in here now. Thanks for you that are watching